Hi, this is Scott Siskin. I'm the president of First Republic Mortgage Bankers. When you need a mortgage, call First Republic Mortgage Bankers and deal direct. Eliminate the middleman. No mortgage broker fees. Stop wasting your hard-earned money on your high-rate mortgage and your credit cards. You can save every single month by refinancing. You personally can save every month by locking in the lowest rates in over 30 years. And we make house calls to the entire tri-state area 7 days a week. Call 718-380-0006 if you're buying a home or you want to refinance your home. 718-380-0006.
Has helped you in the past.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You are a true success story.
Absolutely.
Why don't you tell the folks a little bit about how you met Scott Siskin, what he did for you, and then we'll unleash the phone lines on you and get you busy in the studios here.
Basically, how I got started about 25 years ago, I was trying to get a mortgage, and I was calling around to several banks, and I was running into roadblocks. My credit wasn't perfect. My income as a cop was $19,000 at the time.
Wow.
So it wasn't big money, but I really wanted to buy this house. So I called several banks, and they weren't able to get me financing. My FICO was too low. My debt ratio was a little high. I had some student loans I owed. But eventually I hooked up with Scott, and Scott was a loan officer at that time.
Right. He was a loan officer at that time. Yeah, that's
basically
right.
doing what I'm doing.
Right.
And he not only was able to give me an affordable option, which was the key at that point in time in my life. I needed affordability,
right,
and I needed a home for my family to live. So affordability was the key. He gave me two options. He took the time out. He educated me and said, listen, this is the way you do it.
Right.
He put me in the house. He did all the paperwork, got me through all the it wasn't a difficult period, really. He made it pretty simple. But he made it so simple that 2 years later, I ended up buying another house and continued to buy several more homes.
And the rest
yeah.
is history.
So he says, you can do this. I wasn't, listen, I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I was a teacher for 5 years. I was a cop for 20 years. But if I can do it, but what you need to do is educate yourself and be a little persistent.
Right.
Make the phone call. Don't sit on the couch. Get off the couch and act. And you know what? It's helped me throughout my career as far as with the police job that I was doing, and also as an educator and a teacher. It helped me learn a new aspect, something that was foreign territory. Buying my first home, I was lost. I was walking into a maze. I said, which way do I go?
Right.
And Scott was there to pick me up and said, listen, this is the way you need it. And this is the way he's trained all the loan officers at First Republic. Right. You need to take time and listen. You got to do more listening. As a key to be a successful loan officer in this business is to listen to what people need.
Very important. It's extremely important.
You have to what they want, because if it's not a program that's not affordable or something they don't want, it's not something. We got a lot of choices though. We got a lot of options.
Options. That's going to be my MO for for my promotion this week, for the rest of the week, and maybe next week. Options. People need options, and you need to see your options. You need to be able to discuss your options one-on-one. And I want the loan officers to continue to give people options, discuss their options with them, okay, whether that be the government-backed program, okay, or the other programs. I want people to be able to understand their options in detail. And that's the reason why we have the loan officers in the studios to give you that instant gratification. That means you can get on the phone, speak with someone, and find out which program is right for you. Now there's the government-backed program, okay, which they're going to be raising the limits on soon, from what I understand.
Very soon.
Which is very good, okay.
It's important in this area.
And it's going to happen, and I'm very happy that Scott Siskin has been associated with all of these government-backed programs. And he's been doing it for well over 12 years now as First Republic Mortgage Bankers. And I must say, folks, remember, options, that's what you need. So if there's someone out there right now that has been thinking about owning a home, okay, refinancing their property, you need a bit of an education, why not do it in person with a loan officer, whether that be over the phone or physically in person? It can happen, even right here in the Link Up Studios. We'll lend our studios to anyone out there that's listening and would like to stop by and see a loan officer. Anytime, any weekday between 12 and 2, you can stop here at this studios and speak with a loan officer. Let's say you don't want to have your discussion on the phone. You just call them up, let them know you're coming, and they'll be here to speak with you. That's what we're doing over here. And we're doing it actually 6 days a week. Okay, you can meet and speak with a loan officer. Once again, folks, this is Link Up Radio 93.5 WVIP. I am in studios with Eddie Alber, a top loan officer from First Republic Mortgage Bankers, and today he would like you to discuss your options with him. He will point you in the right direction where your loan program is concerned. Folks, make that call to the studios right now to speak directly with Eddie Alber. Call him right now. The number here at the studios. Let's say you want to buy a house. Where? New York, Connecticut, New Jersey, Florida, Georgia, Pennsylvania, Maine, Maryland, South Carolina. Let's make it happen for you. You want the lowest possible interest rate for your profile, right? Give a call. The number right now is 718-325-5555. That is 718-325-5555. What about a lot of us out there, okay, that we have a lot of credit card debt? We do. As a matter of fact, we've got bills. You might have, let's say, a tax lien, okay? Let's say some judgments, okay? Folks, you can speak with First Republic Mortgage Bankers and have them educate you on how you can get out of that situation. Debts can be taken care of. You own your own property. Why not refinance? Take some money out and clean up your life where your expenses are concerned. Just clean it up. That you need to do. You definitely need to clean up that life of yours, okay? This way, at the end of the month, you're not worrying about the debt. Right, Eddie? Before we get to the news, we got a minute before we get to the news.
Stress.
I mean, you concur or you don't?
Yeah, absolutely. Reduce that stress. You know, I sit with hundreds of clients throughout the year, and you know what? It's stress relief when you see their faces and they throw 10, 12 bills on the table and they say, I have this MasterCard, I have this Visa, Home Depot, Penny's, Chase, Macy's, you name it. And we say, you know what? Let's tear them up. And
you know what? I'm quite sure you have seen this, where a lot of folks walk into your office, walk into the building, and their face is very perplexed. However, when they're walking out, they're a little bit more comfortable.
They feel a lot better.
And they're even more excited at the closing. Here's what we're going to do. Let's open up the phone lines, folks. First Republic Mortgage Bankers, they're sponsoring the newscast right here on Link Up Radio along with Quality Ford and Elmwood Ford. Give a ring to the studio. Speak one-on-one with the loan officer. If you're thinking about buying a home, you're thinking about refinancing, know your options, folks. Give a ring to the studios right now and speak with Eddie Alber. The number, 718-325-5555. That's 718-325-5555. And do remember, the FHA Secure is here. A lot of folks who are 30 days, 60 days, 90 days behind, we have a program that can help you out. Make the link to the studios, 718-325-5555. And once again, if you're house rich and cash poor, fix it. You will need some cash on hand. Talking like a Jamaican here. You will need cash on hand. All right? Give a ring to the studios right now. 718-325-5555. Link us up, and this man will show you how you can get some cash out of that house. And the phone lines are blazing right now, so I'm going to let Eddie Alber go grab the phone lines. Once again, he's here. The number is 718-325-5555. Call him right now and tell him. Say, hey, Eddie, I want to pay off all my bills. Hey, Eddie, I want to get rid of my credit cards. Hey, Eddie, I want to get rid of my car note. Hey, Eddie, I need some cash, man. I need to go on a vacation. I need to buy another house. 718-325-5555. Give a ring right now. First Republic Mortgage Bankers, the loan officers. They'll talk to you off air. Give a ring, 718-325-5555.